Hello, children. Welcome back. This is Dr. Mini Dhawan, and today I have brought CBSE Class 9 Geography Chapter 5 Natural Vegetation and Wildlife. In this chapter, you will learn about the natural vegetation and wildlife of India. See, India is a vast country having different types of bioforms, and it is ranked 12th mega biodiversity country in the world, and therefore it is considered extremely biodiverse. Biodiversity in India. Now, what is this biodiversity? The variety of plant and animal life in the world or in a particular habitat, most of which is usually considered to be important and desirable. Actually, biodiversity is a shortened form of two words, biological and diversity. It refers to all the variety of life that can be found on earth, like plants, animals, fungi, and microorganisms. The country has many plant species: flowering plants, non flowering plants, species of animals, and a rich variety of fish, both fresh and marine water. Being a vast country, India is having around 47,000 plant species, out of which 15,000 are flowering plants, that is 6% of the total in the world. India occupies 10th position worldwide and 4th in Asia. Non-flowering plants such as ferns, algae, and fungi also grow here. It also has around 90,000 species of animals, including marine water fishes and insects. Natural vegetation. Natural or virgin vegetation means that the plant community which has grown naturally without any human intervention for a long time. That natural vegetation which was left undisturbed over a long period of time, that is called virgin vegetation. Now, virgin vegetation is of two types: endemic and exotic. You must have heard these two words, endemic and exotic. Endemic species which originated in a particular country or area, which are native and restricted to the certain place only. Exotic species, those plant species which originated outside the country or characteristic of a distant foreign country, are termed as exotic species. For example, you must have heard about exotic birds which come to India. Exotic fruits also you must have taken. So the term flora is used to denote plants of a particular region or period. The species of animals are referred to as fauna. This huge diversity in flora and fauna kingdom is due to certain factors which we will discuss in our next slide. Factors which influence the variety of flora and fauna include relief, climate, and ecosystem. Now we will discuss one by one in detail. Relief. What does that mean? We have already read in chapter 2 physical features of India. It includes land and soil relief. It includes land and soil. Land, how it affects. See, land affects natural vegetation directly and indirectly, both. The nature of land, that is, whether it is plain, hilly, or a plateau, it decides the kind of vegetation which will grow in it. Fertile land are used for growing crops, vegetables, and fruits. Fertile, the area which is fertile is generally devoted to agriculture. We have seen that. The undulating means the fluctuating, or we can say not so equal area where ups and downs are there, rough terrain is there. So those area where grasslands and woodlands dwell and give shelter to a variety of wildlife. So that area is like used for these purposes, grasslands and woodlands. Now next is soil. Soil also vary from place to place. Different types of soil provide a basis for different types of vegetation. India is a vast country and we find different type of soils here. The sandy soil of desert, it supports cactus and thorny bushes, while wet marshy deltaic soils, they support mangroves and deltaic vegetation. The soil at the hill slopes has conical trees. Animals and birds also inhabit location based on the relief. For example, migratory birds like the Siberian cranes and flamingos, they are found to nest in the wetlands of Run of Kutch, where the desert merges with the sea. So, this also, soil also impacts flora and fauna. Climate. It includes temperature, photoperiod, and precipitation. Three things are there. So, first we will take up temperature. The character and extent of vegetation are mainly determined by temperature, along with humidity in the air, precipitation, and soil. The fall in the temperature, it affects the vegetation and its growth. As the climate gets colder, either by the increase in altitude, that is like above 915 meters, or by going away from the equator, the vegetation will change from tropical to subtropical, then to temperate, and then to alpine. For example, on the slopes of Himalayas and hills of the peninsula, the fall in temperature affects the type of vegetation and its growth. See, if we go to tropical area, annual average temperature will be somewhere around 24 degrees, and in January it is going to drop to around 18 degrees, and you cannot see frost. Frost is not found here. If we go to subtropical area, annual average temperature will be around 17 to 24 degrees, and in the winters the temperature is going to drop to 10 to 18 degrees, and frost is very rare over here. If we go to temperate areas, there we will see annual temperature ranging from 7 to 17 degrees, and in winters it will be dropping to -1 to -10 degrees, and frost and snow both are common here, both can be seen. If we talk about alpine area, average temperature will be below 7 degrees, and in January, or we can say in winters, the temperature will be below -1 degree, and lots of snow can be seen here. So next is photoperiod, sunlight. The amount and duration of sunlight is known as photoperiod. The variation in duration of sunlight at different places is due to difference in latitudes, altitudes, seasons, and durations of the day. In warmer regions and climate, plant growth is faster due to long duration of sunlight, especially with the availability of adequate moisture. For example, the southern slopes of Himalayas are covered with thicker vegetation than the northern slopes. Southern slopes we have already discussed, which is towards the Indian side, and northern slopes it is towards Chinese side, or we can say the Himalayas, which is towards Nepal or China. So the southern slopes, it is having a thick vegetation. Next is precipitation. Areas of heavy rainfall have more dense vegetation as compared to the areas of less rainfall. Advancing southwest monsoon, if you remember June to September one, that is called advancing monsoon. So advancing monsoon and retreating monsoon. Retreating monsoon is which one? Which is there from October to November. It brings rainfall in India. Most of the rainfall which is there in India is due to advancing and retreating monsoon. Areas of heavy rainfall always have denser vegetation than the areas which are having lesser rainfall. The southwestern monsoon rains on the windward side of the Western Ghats. Now, windward side, कौन सी होगी windward side? Windward side which is facing Arabian Sea. ठीक है, so it causes a heavy growth of tropical evergreen forest there, whereas the leeward side, the opposite side, it doesn't have any such forest. Ecosystem. Now, what is ecosystem? Various species of plants occur in area having similar climatic conditions. To a large extent, its nature determines the animal life in that area. All the plants and animals in an area are interdependent on each other in the physical environment, and they form an ecosystem. So, an ecosystem is a biological environment consisting of all the organisms living in a particular area, as well as the non-living physical components of the environment with which the organisms interact, such as it can be air, soil, water, and sunlight, etc. So this is ecosystem. Now we'll talk about biomes. It is a major community of plants and animals having similar life forms existing under similar environmental conditions. A biome is identified on the basis of plants existing there. It is also termed as a major life zone. Now we will talk about human influence in an ecosystem. Now, human beings, they also influence the ecosystem. Now, how do they influence? See, they utilize the vegetation and wildlife, and we have seen that the greed of human beings, it leads to overutilization of natural resources. And human beings, they cut the trees, they kill the animals, creating ecological imbalance. Due to the activities of human beings, some of the plants and animals have reached on the verge of extinction. Importance of forest. Importance of the forest, it cannot be like forest, it's indispensable to human beings. Their advantages for the environment: they influence climate, they reduce soil erosion, they regulate stream flows also, and they provide raw material for industries. And they also give livelihood for many people. They control wind force and temperature and also bring rainfall. So these are certain things which makes forest indispensable. And forest is also home to various animal species. It is a habitat of fauna also. So we have seen change in nature of vegetation in India. There are certain factors which cause decline of forests. Now, factors like growing demand for cultivated land, as the population is increasing, you know that the land has to be cultivated more to provide food for the citizen of the country. So growing demand of cultivated land, development of industries and mining. A lot of industries have to be made. Mining is, it has to be there for the development of the country. Urbanization, they have changed natural vegetation. The vegetation cover of India in large parts is no more natural in the real sense, except in some inaccessible regions like Himalayas. People cannot go there. Normally people do not go there. The hilly regions of central India and the deserts. In most of the places, we can see the vegetation which is modified, replaced, or degraded by human interference. So we are supposed to take good care of forests, according to certain guidelines given by the government of India. uh, the forest cover is increasing day by day, but again, a lot of heed, lot of attention has to be paid towards the uh, to take care of the forest, because forest is home of flora as well as fauna, so it becomes really important for human beings. So that's all for today. In my upcoming video, I'll bring for you types of vegetation in detail. Till then, goodbye, take care.